X-ray of the foot of 35-year-old gentleman having fracture of the base of the fifth metatarsal. This is the C-arm images before going for the surgery. You can see that this is the oblique fracture and it's a bit displaced, and there is a comminution of the fracture here. So you can see the another fracture line. So now I'm going to take you through the procedure of fixations of this fracture and all the surgical steps.
So we are going to start the procedure for this is the non-union of fracture base of the fifth metatarsal. This is basically a refracture, and we have to mark the metatarsal first. This is the base. I can feel the callus here for the previous fracture, and just directly palpate the metatarsal. It's a subcutaneous bone, and directly we'll put the incision over this. So we have inflated the tourniquet. So let me expose the skin, then I'll come back. So we have retracted the skin and I put the self-retaining retractor. Now always better to palpate the bone. So I'm going to use the cautery. So in this directly straight away you will find the bone. Sometimes the branches of sural nerve is coming on the way. It's very minute branches. So I can feel the fracture here. Let's expose. It's more infected. So let me expose the bone, then I'll come back. So we have exposed the bone now. You can see this metatarsal, and this is the abductor digiti minimi muscles. We retracted a little bit medially, and the muscles on the plantar surface down. This is the non-union where I can clearly feel the joints, and this is the fracture line. You have to be very careful in the base of fifth metatarsal. This is the peronei brevis muscle, so it is attached to the muscles bone. So attachment is very much important, otherwise foot will go in the varus. So I'll just curate this area first. Cautery, please. There is lots of fibrosis here. So now you can see the uniform bone here, and this is the base, and this is the fracture site, which I can see clearly. this is the fracture site, so which we have exposed. You can see this is the fragment is very small. With the this is the peroneus brevis tendon. You can see clearly here. And while moving this, you can see this fracture is also moving from this side. But I don't want to avoid this tendon, so we just created this area. You can see this area has become quite smooth here. We'll try to drill it, and then we'll try to manipulate with the K-wire, and then we'll put the plate. Give me the wash, please.
So after reduction of the fracture, we hold with the 1.2 mm K wire, and now we'll put the plate.
So this was the fracture which I showed you. We have stabilized the K-wire, as you can see in the C-arm, and we have put the cortical screws and 2 locking screws. Now the fracture is compressed here. Little bit gap is there, so which we are going to fill with the bone graft, which we are going to take from the lateral malleolus. So give me the knife, please.
So this is the final X-ray after the putting the plate. This is, you can see the AP view. You can see the fracture is reduced and C2, and this is the oblique view. You can see this fracture is well aligned and plate in C2. So I'm very much satisfied with the reduction, and after this I'm going to close the wound and we'll put the back slab
From the upper part of tibia and put it here. So now you can see the fracture gap is filled completely, and we took the wash, and then we'll do the closure with the vicryl. So we'll put couple of stitches to close the wound. You have to cover the plate, otherwise patient will feel. Sister, can I hold this please here? I'm sorry, good. Cut please. Stop. So try to close the plate completely. As you can see here, you cannot see the plate, it's covered by the muscle. So there is to be less irritation to the patient for the. And now we'll put the skin after this. So this is the final stitch we are putting, and after that we will do the dressing and put the back slab. From this tibia part we have taken the graft which we already used with the dressing.